Oh, cool. Okay. So what I'm doing, working on this storm fence again, and adding the last highlights and the metallics to reflect something a little bit stronger, different materials. So as the metals reflect more light, it's only fitting that they have this stronger reflection on them. And that's what I'm doing now. I've done 3 out of the 6. That's the 4th one. And oh, something like this. Here we go. Let's go. So now I'm just painting mostly with that lighter green. In fact, I had to remix some myself because the apple green I had been using for the others I found would dry too quickly and was hard to use. So I used some of my AK paints to redo the mix, and now it's flowing better. This I will correct with my dark green. So I use, yeah, these two colors mixed. So I have this, because it's a lighter green, I have maybe 60% of that, 40% of that. This green is working well to kind of make a baby like this, of this green, apple green. It's close enough that the difference is not obvious. But in the application, it's a lot smoother. I will show you my palette. Okay, like this. This is my palette now. Took a new one, a clean one. So you see the difference between this green that is kind of drying all the time and this I've just redone. So pretty close, but a lot smoother to apply. So that will go also faster. The other one would dry so quick that it just unnerved me. And so I thought, like, what are you doing? Just make your own mix instead. Oh, something like this. This is good enough. And so this light green will not go everywhere, just on the metallics. You see I've done the helmet already. And in fact, it's just the armor. Yes, the edge highlight of the armor deserves that. So here we go. My light green flowing well. Oof. Okay. You know what? Maybe I will leave it like this. It's all right. Yep. Okay. And then I will do this, which is maybe I have too much paint on the brush. Wipe it the excess a bit. Okay. And this is just some stippling. I don't think it has to be. Betty Boop, hello and welcome. Doesn't have to be a straight line because well, I mean, has to be straight, but not a full line. That's what I mean. See, like this. And just to reflect the imperfection of the surface. So this is very easy because the edge is very pronounced. And so from afar, it looks good enough. Just like we say, it looks good from afar, and it's far from looking good. But I think it's all right, in fact. You know, I'm not going to pretend this is dreadful. This is pretty fine for... This is not for a competition. This is for gaming miniatures. Okay, let's check. Oh yeah, cool. Oh, here as well. It's very easy to forget a part. Yeah, that's cool, like this. And so also it brings a lot of variety in the edge highlight. It's not just one color, and so of course it makes it a lot pleasant, a lot more pleasant, I mean. Okay. So in fact, this arm here is pretty much done. This one, you see, all the guns have been done. So that's cool. Good news, because this is pretty tricky, like the gun barrels, I mean. And this is okay. So yes, now let's do this arm. I think I've done the front, so that's all right. And I've done the back here a little bit there. So pretty much done for this one, and then I will start, well, continue on another one. So I would say this is really bringing a big difference in the final outcome. But you see, it's not crazy difficult or time consuming because this is tiny surface I'm doing. And so I would really advocate to, you know, even though if this comes after hours and hours of painting, in fact, I think I'm around 20 hours per miniature now. I think it's worth going the extra mile for this. Could we get a 360, please? Yes. Here we go. So that's the main angle, main view angle of the miniature. I think it's the most dynamic. And then, so that's his left part, the back with the kind of brain rider here, and the OSL from the pipes. So here, not much OSL because the pipe is pretty far, although we have one here. And the same on this side here, we have one OSL here on the armor. OSL here from the crystal. This does not do much light because it's perpendicular and it's facing the sky, so it gets a lot of light, natural light. So the OSL should not be as strong. And then the end of the 360 like this is dominated by the glowing green, like this. So here, yeah, this application really does not need to be drastically precise. I think that's why it is still pretty cool. I'm not a fan of the painting steps that rely on the precision, because it requires a lot of focus, and of course it's less enjoyable than having a bit more freedom in the movement of the hand. But sometimes it's necessary, so looks amazing, bro. You popped up on my feed, wanted to check it out. Keep up the hard work, bro. Looks great. Well, thank you very much, Crossed. You see how I'm doing the dot thing and not really the whole straight line, just to give it a bit flavor. Like this. And also here. Oops, a bit too thick. I will try to erase that quickly because yes, nice. That's better. Like this. Let me check. I think here I went too much, so I will glaze in some dark green, very diluted on the edges. Like this, and you see that will tint the thing, and so I do everything here. Okay, we'll give it more depth. Something like this. Okay. Less is more. So if I get more precise of this application of this very light highlight, it just looks better. But you see, more or less is enough as well. Oh, here, definitely something. And kind of a specular highlight here. So here, that's my eraser, you see. Up. So I just keep what I need. Like this works very well. So I have my clean, if I have 3 brushes available here for any kind of situation. But now you see, oops, a very clean. Same here on the crystal. The thing really is to have the right angle, and then if you can get an angle on the thing, then it's easy. If you can't, then it can be a struggle. And just a tiny dot sometimes is doing a lot. Bring that nuance. Nuance? I don't know how you say that. Nuance? Nuance? Who knows? I'll do this as well here. Oof. Okay. Diluting slightly, and so that will allow me to glaze on the edge here. Maybe to smoothen the transition slightly, it's all right. Like this. And And now let me check what I need to do next. Rinse my brush before it dries, and so the paint doesn't make the bristles stiff. Reloading with the paint and wiping off the excess on the tissue. And here we need some of that here. Okay, and have hit that here. Okay. Let me check. Well, if you see something yourself as a spectator, just let me know something that, whether it's off or what, but I think it's pretty much it, in fact. It's pretty cool. One here. Yeah. Maybe something here as well. Very light touch, but when you maybe bare eyes, you would see almost not see it if you don't pay attention. But oh yeah, I know what I have to do. The tail here. Okay, so now I need a more diluted consistency. Something very diluted, in fact. I just drop a big like this. Oh, let's check. Something like this. Like the specular highlight on the tail, like this. So you see, it's not hard at all, but really enhances the effect. Not on his butt, because this is fur, and so it's less reflective than the tail that is slightly kind of, shiny. Let's continue here, and then there will be the front. A bit too strong, it's okay. We'll come back to it. So I'm turning down the here what I've just done because it was too much. So I'm doing it with my medium green, but still because of the undercoat of the light green, still pretty strong. Then I will feather the edges with a darker green to put it back in line with the value of what it should be in terms of light and dark. But I think it's pretty cool now. Don't need to go that bright. Just feather out the edges now. Let me check the other side. I think it's a bit too down there, so I will do another one, but up. Something like this, a bit higher, so I can see it from the side. Okay, better. And now, yeah, I will feather the edges of this. It's a bit strong. So I take my dark green, the darkest green, diluted, and then I will just feather the edges with that. Okay. I'll get back to my very light green, and I will just do a dot in the middle of these. Okay, that's good enough, and this like this. Okay, something like this, and that's enough, really. Okay, now I will have a look at the mini, have a sip of tea for sure, and then have a look at the mini to see if I have forgotten any parts. So here it's good to look through the camera, because then any flaws would be more obvious on the camera than direct. Okay, I think I know where. Here, a pinch of this lighter light, because it's very close to crystal like this. Right, and that's enough. Gives a bit of texture and roughness that is expected in monsters. Okay, so now check again. I don't see any reason, so I could frame the heads with the green here, so have this edge, but I think it's a bit far away, so I did it here. I think it's enough just to have a bit of green, you know, more integrated everywhere. This also, I don't need to have anything. I think it's pretty much it. Oh, maybe here. And now the highlight. Let me try to find the best angle, because here the edge is not sharp, and so yeah, okay. Something like this, and here also. Okay, I will try something as well. You see here on the forearms, the piece of armor. This could be, especially when it's facing down, could be edge highlighted in green, and that will contribute to the. So you see here, a bit controversial, but also the edge is not very. Okay. The edge is not sharp, and that's hard to get from the side of the brush. Like this, and drier consistency, thicker consistency of the paint. And while it dries, I will do the other one. It is possible though, so let's try. Has to be a very gentle touch. Yep. Same here now. And consistency is what will sell the illusion. So here, try to not forget any angle. Oops, that's could not see what I was doing, so let's see and erase that quickly with a big rough brush. Okay, if it doesn't work, I will just fill it with some dark green. Up, here we go. And now I will highlight these edges. In fact, okay, I do something. I take this dark green I had diluted, and then I do it on the edges to kind of fade. That's interesting. Okay, let's do it here as well. And if I'm less precise, it's okay because this is a dark color. And you see just on the edge, it helps to faint down this. So it's, again, it's not everywhere the same intensity. Kind of catches an edge and then faints. So that's what we want. And then you'll see like highlighted in the middle, and it will look pretty sweet. And because this green is very dark, I don't need to be very precise. If there is a stain or something, because it's very dark, it doesn't jump. Kind of push it a bit, feather it like this, but you see, this is not shocking at all. And now the highlight in the middle. And so I have to be very careful with this highlight. First, because my light paint here is very runny, which means it's not very thick. I think it's due to the nature of the yellow that is in the green, but I have to be very precise. So maybe this is enough. And the same on the next. Maybe that's a bit too much, but all right. That's okay. Cool. And that reinforces the metallic feel of the texture, because metallic is a lot more reflective. I think it's enough. It's good, it's good, it's good. And so all of these kind of help me put this green reflection everywhere and create a stronger ambience. Now, if you see anything I have missed, please let me know in the comments, but I would say that it's getting close to completion for this guy. Let me check. The arms here are a big part. And you know what? Sometimes I can see only when I take pictures. I take pictures and the how to say, not the defects, but the problems or the things that don't go right, they would pop to the eye. So here the brain is kind of overwhelmed because I'm trying to look everywhere and I'm not seeing anything that is obvious, which is a good sign, you know, because I've spent a lot of time on these already. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, okay, something here. This green here although because it's very close to this crystal, so another continuous line, just stippling, so that I have a bit of texture on these edges. Oops. It's okay. I think I will do the same here. Or maybe not, maybe not. Just this medium green will be enough on the other side, so I still keep a hierarchy of the, how to say, the emitted light, in fact, the OSL. The thing is, there are so many lights coming from everywhere, from different light sources. One part of the challenge is to keep the, ooh, like this. Oof. Yeah. Oh. Okay, nice. Happy ending, because you never know where it's going, you know? I could have a mishap, a blooper at any moment. And so, oops, blooper like this. And if I don't see it and then I take the mini, anything could happen. Okay, oof. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay, cool. Okay, I will highlight that. Or maybe just like this. I think it's interesting enough. You know, I'm trying to find any opportunities to add more. Okay, and I will use my dark green, because you see it's a bit rough here, a bit rough, and so I will refine it with the dark green. I take a thicker consistency for this area here. Okay. And again, this very dark green is very forgiving. So that's why I love it. Especially now, you see like kind of the hair. This is kind of black. And so very smooth transition. That's why I love to do that. First the lighter color and then refining with I think it's almost enough. But I'm a player, so a gambler. Unfortunately. Okay, I think that's enough here. I won't touch it here necessarily. No. This is really pushing the detail. I think it pays off when you have a look at the miniature in its whole and you see all these details done. It shows tension and it's always lovely. And now I will use the dark green to feather the edges of this. You know what? I will do the light green first. Very diluted. I have one dot there in. Yeah, okay. If needed, I will feather it out. I think. Cool. And now I will feather the highlight with the dark green. Gaminator, that looks sick. Thank you very much. That's hours and hours of efforts of painting. So I'm glad that you enjoy and that this is not in vain. Of course, I don't think it is. And I mean the effort put in the painting. Yeah, cool. I will keep it like this, no more. And I have a last check if I have anything that is missing or could help me. So this arm, I'll check this with the method. This arm seems all right. I have the edge highlights on the bottom. Up here, because there is this reflection, so I have lights up here, edge highlight there. Not much here because, yes, it's a bit far away and it's taking the daylight from above. And so the green light from above is not as strong as the green light from below. And so the trick doing this is to have light from below, but pretty high, because you still need to be able to look at it at least from the angle, the flat angle. Although, to be honest, when you look at the miniature, you will look at it from above. But I think it's not, it's common to take the miniature, hold it, and have it perpendicular to the eyesight, and so like this is fine. Okay, so I think this is okay. Just the more you have, the less you miss. I mean, in terms of edge highlights and stuff, the more believable it looks. And so this arm looks okay. I'll do the other arm That also looks okay to me. The edge highlights here underneath, the Gatling, the gun barrels. Now this one, like the belt cannon, things okay. The belt itself is fine. This, a little bit on this, the wrap here, the kind of triangle, the plate, the seat here of this little guy looks okay. And now the equipment at the top, armor plate. So I have this little sign here I just done. Like I said, this I don't need too much because you see it's perpendicular to the crystal or even like open angle. And because the daylight is coming from here, I should not have, I have a little bit, not too much green light, especially here is receiving the reflection from the daylight. So have a bit here, I think it adds a lot just for the fun. Yep, okay. Oh yeah, I could have something here. Like this. You see, I think just this line adds so much. Maybe I could do this here. It's a bit hard to get, so it could get messy. Oof. Maybe this as well. Oof. Yeah. I'll come in and try to erase the thicker parts like this. If it doesn't work, I have my dark green, but it works. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, just a little bit like this, just to make it more readable. Okay. Okay, I will do something here as well. This piece of belt, although it's not metal, I think could get a bit of that, like this. Yeah, okay. I also do like this kind of stuff here. Okay, and so on the very edge here, I'll take my light green. Okay, so I'll first do my light green, and then on the belt, black belt I have just done, I will use some of the dark green to tame some parts. Yeah, just like this. Because now it's a bit, you see the black belt here? I think it's a bit monotonous, this area here. And it's not like the kind of shiny leather. I think it's very battered and dusty and stuff. So you see now how I get something that is a lot more organic. And I think so, and I don't need to go up to the, how to say, the lightest highlight, because it's less reflective than the metallics. And really, I think, you know what? Look at that. The hair. And just this edge highlighted. Are the cracks hand painted? You mean the scars like this? If that's what you mean, everything is hand painted. So indeed, there are the scars here. Well, the stitches, I guess. Also in the leg here, with a highlight in the middle and darkening the edges. And so it looks pretty. It's not very hard, in fact. But yes. Everything here is hand painted. And you see here, I think it's interesting on the hair. I don't need to be very precise, but there is an effect that is coming out of it. And this, yes, I will do it, although I could leave it like this because it's not an area of interest. But just to pretend I painted everything, you see? With the shoulder crystal, is the light source supposed to be coming from the center of the crystal or from the base and traveling up? Sorry, let me read that again. With the shoulder crystals. So yes, like this, okay. Is the light source supposed to be coming from the center of the crystal? Yes, from the center of the crystal. From the center of the crystal. So that's why here is the most luminous part in here as well. From the front, I would say this and that. And that's why here it's darker. So really framing the center with dark colors so it looks brighter. And yeah, definitely from the center of the crystal. Because it's the crystal that provides the energy. And I believe now, there is maybe one last thing, really one last, is this stitch here. And so I will take my fluorescent yellow and just, I kind of lost it with all the passes. So I will use this fluorescent yellow directly on what I have. So it will be tamer than on a white basis, but it's okay. Still be noticeable enough to matter. like this. And so now it's not crazy, but we see it more. And I think that's enough. Also, like the organicity, I don't know how to say that, of the stitches and almost everything really. You know what? Because I have this, I want to have this edge highlight here. I think it will look great. So just like I said, it's looking at any opportunity to have more. And so I'll do it like this. Coming from like this or this even, you know. Oh, continuing a bit slower. So a bit more, I mean, down here. Yeah, enough. Like this. A tiny detail like this, but if you look at it now, it's just better. It doesn't have to be very precise, that's the thing is. I will now highlight the two elements I have added with a lighter green. Starting with this here. And here as well. Let me check. Oh. Okay, cool. And then underneath the spikes on the helmet. This is small. Okay, just in the center like this. Oops, a bit too strong, but that's okay. Taking my medium green, and I will do the center. I've done the blade on his forehead. I've done the edges, but now I will do the center. Like this, okay. And yeah, you see, the edges of metallic surface really are supposed to catch the edge, and I was hesitating to do this edge here because the light comes from like from here exactly, but I think it looks a lot better, and it's kind of mirroring this pipe here. And so, you know, if it had not worked, well, I would have just redone the edges with the light brown, you know, but I think it's always worth trying. And now I think it's oh, look at that here. Oh, so I have one reflection here from this big crystal, but I can have one here from the ground. like this. Wait for it to dry, and then I will have a second pass and then the highlight. Okay, I'm also seeing this here. I think could get a highlight. Especially that it is in the front of the model. It looks incredible. Your attention to detail is amazing. Well, thank you very much. It's really touching to have kind words like this, because this is a very lonely endeavor. But it's okay. You know, I enjoy loneliness. But if the efforts goes noticed, then that means a lot. I will feather the edges with a dark green, because this is a black surface. Oh, you know what? I'll do it here as well, on the other one too. And then frame it with that. If it's a bit strong, it's okay. I will just use dark green to reframe. Although if I can clean it now, that's fine too. Well, you see, because it's diluted green, with the different the many passes, it kind of blends on its own, which is something you can do with just glazes like this. Okay. Oops. We're just trying to get as much as I can. Ooh, I could get this edge. Yeah, here definitely. This here and this edge here. These two. Okay. And this one, let me take a good angle. Oof. Okay. Whew. And you see, just I will how to say? Oh, on the other side as well. Here. Okay. This comes from the ground, and this comes from this pipe here. Could have these two. Sorry, I'm a bit off the frame here. So it's not too strong, and the hair should not be that reflective, so I think that's fine. And I will take my dark green and kind of feather, just transition to the black. And I don't want something that is too bright, because this is the upside of the miniature. So the sun here is giving a lot of light, so the OSL is less powerful than from the parts that are in the shadow. Okay. I think I have spilled over the edge here a little bit, or is it just a shadow? Yeah, maybe just a shadow. Again, dark green. Also, I love the saturation of the dark green. Brings something pretty interesting. So okay, and on this side. Yeah, something like this is okay. So okay, I will just feather slightly here the green. The dark green has been a bit brutal. So here, just like that. Okay. And I believe this this guy is finished. And so that's 4 out of the 6. Good news. Yeah, really, that's cool. Oh no, I said I should feather this. I had totally forgotten about that. So okay, that should be it. Whew. No stones unturned. Definitely, if you are doing OSL, think of the edge highlight. You see just this line here, and even the hair really, it was just edge highlighting and brings this atmosphere nicely. But you see, it was edge highlight. If you can get an angle, it's not that hard, and so really worth the extra time. All right, well, I will take pictures later, but for now, let's get it done. And cool. At the back of the, so I have these 2 left now. These guys here is the 2 I have left to do. Start with this and this guy, because he has many of these stones. You see, so we kind of start to get the effect. Oops, sorry, let me just check. Yeah, we start to get the effect that these stones are emitting some light, but definitely needs to the reflections need to be a bit brighter, especially because it's on the metallic. That is a lot of work, and so because I've already have a few hours of painting today already, I won't do the hardest. I always start with the hardest. And so yeah, 4 out of 6 are done, and now we have this guy here, and I will do the edge highlights with the light green, like this. Start with the edges. Almost made it full. Okay. You see how much stronger it is than without this light green edge highlight. I really feel that it's catching some really good light on the edges, very sharp edges. A bit messy here, so try to erase some of that. Although it may... Oh, okay. It's not dry, cool. Yeah, these two stand corrected, so that's fine. Stand corrected. Let's take a new tissue because as I'm wiping my brush a lot, cleaning a lot, wiping a lot, really getting... Look at that. That's just full of water. I could press it and have the water come out of it. So let me just put that on the side. Well, yeah, so full of water, it's crazy. And now, yeah, that's better. Well, it depends. I think it's good to have wet tissue so that when you kind of take some paint off of it, it doesn't absorb all the water. But now it's just a bit too much. Oh, those tiny screws. You see, I didn't get them very clean. Guess it's gonna be all right. Okay. Okay, wrong angle. Maybe like this is better, yes. In fact, there is another angle here. Try to get it, but it's a bit scary. I don't know if I'm on screen here. Sorry if I'm not. I will come back. Yeah, I was. Okay. I was very focused on this, so it was... Yeah. Now it looks pretty sharp. Okay. Whew. Washing the brush. Now it's getting a bit... oh, it's getting good. It's all right, but I need to keep it very sharp for the stages. Okay. Let me have a sip. In fact, it's cold, so allow me 20 seconds to go and get the kettle. So here I have my BRB sign. And I'll be back just really like 30 to 20 seconds. Okay. The kettle is warming the water, so I'll have another AFK very soon just to pour the water. Just saying. Okay. But before that, I will continue with my edge highlights. And again, here the policy, I would say the guideline is as much green as possible. Okay, getting back to the light green. So I'm on the face, so I will continue. Have to be pretty careful. Okay. All right. The how to say that? The glass came back. Haha. Okay, interesting. Here, let me check. Try to erase that if I can. If I cannot, I will just use this dark brown in the form of an express color. Clean up this area. Oof, a messy spill from the bottle. Okay. So darker down here will just enhance contrast. And in fact, there are some imperfections. And because it's right on the face, which is the area of focus, then I'm cleaning up like this, okay? Because the ridge was not very strong, and so it was not easy to have a perfect application on the edge. Okay. Hot tea is very nice. Okay, let's go. Oh yeah, the head, like this. So just the metallics, you see, not the leather. Okay. Oops. Okay, use my dark green to the rescue. Okay. And I try to catch the edges here with my highlight. I think it's gonna be something like this, because there is not much edge to catch, but yeah, one here. Okay. Oops. Okay, just erasing a bit, and this, yeah, I think, let me check. Yeah, just the same, erasing slightly. But in fact, I will come with a glaze in the center of this. But first, I focus on the how to say, the edge highlights, and then of course I will highlight in the center of these reflections. Okay. And then I will tame down this highlight here. Of course, it's way too strong, but I will tame it down. Okay, here we go. Oops. I have to be careful when I erase that because the paint is fragile. It's only very thin coats every time. Oh yeah, the clothes. That's what an idea to highlight these. Huh. Dreadful idea. Because that's a lot of work. Okay. Whew. Okay, I will redo the paint on the brush because it's a bit dry, it doesn't come off. All right. Oops. Okay, let me check. Yeah, there is this area too. Okay. It's all right, you know, little by little, it's doing it. And the cool thing once this is done, is that once this is done, the cool thing is that I have another one. But before that, I will take a break, that is for sure. Because this is very demanding. Something like that. And before I do the rest, I will really take a break. So guys, it's been 2 hours of live, very good. 2 hours minus 3 minutes, and so it's perfect for a break. Can get a bit of sugar via in the form of biscuits or whatever, so that the brain keeps going. If you enjoyed the live, you can subscribe, that's for sure, especially if you are, you know, up to ride along on the long term. And if you are, you are very welcome to subscribe. I will be very happy to have you. I broadcast live from Sunday to Wednesday evening, 8:30 Los Angeles time. And you can also check my long form videos and my shorts. So subscribing really means a lot for me. It's a great expression of support, so I'm very grateful for that. Thank you everybody, and see you next time. See you tomorrow, in fact.